A weekend event to end breast cancer. Hundreds of women and men took part in the walk to raise money to fight the disease. They walked 19 miles in one day or 38 miles in 2 days, with the money going to the St. Vincent Foundation. This was the second annual Weekend to End Breast Cancer walk. The walk has raised more than $2 million in just the last 2 years. Another win for the Colts today. Fans should be excited about that. Dave First has all of that and much more coming up tonight in Sunday Sports Extra, Dave.
And best news of all, there wasn't one helmet thrown in the stands today. How about that? Another big Sunday tonight, beginning with the Colts, who found themselves a man down or two today, but little did anyone know we would see the debut of the Blair White Project. Can I go ahead and trademark that for the Blair White Project? That's right. We'll also get you set for the IndyCar season finale. That man, Will Power, joins us in the studio. Mark Patrick's in our radio roundtable tonight. So with the help of Nicole Scherzinger, we believe it's going to be a picture-perfect show. Sunday Sports Extras next. Tonight, a true head-to-head matchup. Colts and Broncos, and this is the team we've come to know.
Fakes to a dive, throws backside, touchdown Austin Collie. Peyton's 7th touchdown pass of the young season.
A real Rocky Mountain high, but don't lose your head. We'll tell you why. Plus, why last Sunday's game may not have been a giant win after all. The Pacers open camp this week, why this season may rest on the shoulders of Danny Granger. And is IndyCar all about willpower or not? He'll join us in studio. The sparks are flying. Sunday Sports Extra starts now.
From the team on your side, this is 6 News Sports Extra.
Yeah, that's right. Hi, good evening. Welcome to Sunday Sports Extra when the sparks are flying. Sometimes you got to duck. I think we got a good show for you tonight. We'll take you out to Denver, headed to the Colts locker room after today's game at Mile High. Mark Patrick from 1260 WNDE will join us in our weekly radio roundtable. And a few surprises along the way, including our stooge of the week. Let's get right into week 3, though. The NFL, the battle of true. They're not going to give them to you. Don't try. Joseph Adai, 29 yards, 13 carries. That's a fantasy guy's worst nightmare. Jason Spells joins us.
Speaking of bad nightmares, let's go to Jason Spells. Nice little segue there.
No. Did you have Joseph Adai on your fantasy team today?
I'm anti-fantasy.
Oh.
I am the guy who is against fantasy.
Brad Brown's also anti-fantasy. I apparently have no life.
We don't judge.
But anyway, yeah, neither here nor there. Okay, how Denver didn't score more than 13 points in this game, because they racked up a lot of yards, baffles me.
Red zone defense. That's how they did score.
The Colts red zone defense.
Young Lacey, Jacob Lacey. Young Lacey's actually his Twitter name. Jacob Lacey played big there in the red zone.
You Twitter?
Yes, I do. Tweet, Twitter, and whatever
now
else.
Who's the geek?
Oh, jokes. Everybody, Dave First with the jokes.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, we're going to transition from that defense to talk about the offense. How good was the Colts passing game today? Peyton Manning, just another ho-hum day.
Standing game.
Peyton, we're not going to calm down because that's what we do. 1 week in the NFL, and everyone goes crazy. Everyone else is also going crazy over Blair White Project. 3 receptions, 27 yards. Last week he was on the practice squad. This week he has a touchdown.
That third down ball, though, that Peyton threw to Collie.
It hung up there for a while.
Spectacular. No, I think he placed it right. It was spectacular. Anyway, more from Jason in a second. A lot of must-win situations in week 3. For more on that, Dallas Cowboys included, our Brad Brown joins us for all the highlights. Brad.
Good, Dave. Jason, thanks. It doesn't take long for things to change in the NFL. After week 1, we were talking about the Colts in last place in the AFC South. Well, as October approaches, the tides have certainly turned. The Cowboys needed a win, or the Texans, pretenders, or the real deal. Today, Matt Schaub got beat up. Airs it out here. Early second half, and it's picked ahead. So the AFC South looks like this now. How about that? Colts, Houston, Tennessee 2-1. Jacksonville down at the bottom 3 weeks in. As, of course, the Colts go to Jacksonville next weekend. Houston is at Oakland. Tennessee gets Denver. And, guys, it will be interesting to see how the Titans handle the Broncos just 1 week after the Colts. Dave and Jason.
My week 3 Chapeau winner goes to
Reggie Wayne. Best dressed goes to Reggie Wayne.
Where do you find these things?
The same place you find the shirt, man. Same place you find the shirt.
I'm not hip. I'm also a fantasy geek. When we come back, we'll take a trip to Conseco Fieldhouse last night. UFC 119 is in the books. Was it a knockout or not for the city? We'll hear from those guys. Finally, a feud that NASCAR can wrap its arms around. Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick getting into getting into each other during practice yesterday. Would it carry over in today's 400-lapper in Dover? Brownsburg's own Drew Stewart is a week away from wrapping up his first season of the Bigs. His dad, Mark Patrick, is here tonight. He'll join us in our radio roundtable. You not want to miss that. But as we go to break, it's our Fan Jam. Colts fan, your turn.
We definitely need to work on that running game. We need to, block better, I guess.
They did that pretty well in the second half. First half wasn't so great. They need a little work on the offense, but we held it, and I think obviously we won, so that's all that matters.
I think the Colts are back on track.
Manning's doing the thing, I think we're going all the way this year. No more mess up Super Bowl. That's us, 2010.
We whooped their butts. That's my comment.
Morning news before morning light.
Good morning, Indiana, now at 4:30 a.m.
Get the answer to the tough question only on 6 News.
All right, time to go in the first place tonight. And I got a rather simple question for sports leagues around the country tonight. At what point will teams be allowed to properly discipline their own players? Pacer fans know all about this way too well, about that sort of thing. Jamal Tinsley, David Harrison, Sean Williams, all with various degrees of issues. But the collective bargaining agreements prevent any true discipline. And then last week, one of the more egregious examples, Jets wide receiver Braylon Edwards was arrested for DUI on Tuesday. And the Jets reacted, they're actually basically nothing. He was playing tonight. This after Edwards once beat up a buddy of LeBron James, who was also caught going 120 miles an hour through a Cleveland neighborhood, and who was also out drinking with Dante Stallworth before Stallworth hopped into his Bentley, striking and killing a man a year ago. Teams have to react, and players' associations will have to allow that. Cue the fancy animation. Our radio roundtable this week, we welcome to the table, or two, Mark Patrick from WNDE, MPOS. Brad Brown as well. Hi, how are you, Mark?
Hi.
Great to see you.
Happy, Brad? This is how we start the thing, man.
This is how we start the thing. Okay. The Braylon Edwards situation.
Yeah.
Maddening, or is this it's just going to blow over like so many of these things usually do in the NFL?
Of his time. So now he's going to just kind of have fun.
Right. Spring training could be here too before we know it. Mark Patrick, 1260 WNDE, MPOS, and Brad Brown as well. Nice job.
Thanks.
Good lively debate.
Yeah.
When we come back, it's that time of year again. The heat is on. It's race number 2 in NASCAR's chase. And joining us in the studio, the IndyCar points leader, at least for now, Will Power, holding off Dario Franchitti. But as we go to break, your chance to win an Austin Collie jersey. It's hot right now. It's from our friends at Reebok, the NFL gear manufacturer, right here in Indianapolis. Caller 6 wins, 269-1459. Good luck. We are back after this. Those of you hoping for something really juicy out of yesterday's tiff between Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick were greatly disappointed today. Nothing of the sort in the 400-miler at Dover, to the track they used to call Dover Downs. Now the aptly named Dover International Speedway, Clint Boyer. In our Sports Extra Spotlight tonight, the ISI IndyCar Series a week away from wrapping up the season. Will Power has a scant 12-point lead over Dario Franchitti, but can you say that on TV? Mitch Rion? Time once again for our stooge of the week. The name says it all. And tonight, let's go to New York. You NFL fans likely know the character of Fireman Ed. He's a fan that gets up, leads the crowd in JETS, Jets, every week. Well, during the preseason, a Giants fan tried to get up and steal his thunder. You see Ed, they're chastised. Finally tonight, first and foremost, from high school football last Friday night, let's fly up to Boone County. Zionsville High School, homecoming for the Eagles, but not everyone is in midseason form. Check out the pregame run onto the field, and they try to bust through the sign. Sometimes it doesn't always work. That's Zionsville's Chad Roberts who gets caught up in it. Never mind, though, Zionsville went on to win, beat Harrison. They're now 5-1. They're at Fishers next Friday. My thanks to Mark Patrick, Will Power, for our entire crew tonight. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. You got to run through the thing and you got to.
On TV, online, on your phone, on air 24/7, on your side, 6 News.